see where we are in the market. It looks like we've just made all-time highs. So we can say this was the liquidity draw that got taken. All right. We can just highlight this, some manipulation move here. This, we have displacement below most recent low for change of state. We have fair value gap right here. Fucking screen's dirty. And then we have draw lower. So I mean, like right off the bat, shorts looking nice. Just mark that daily sell side. We also have a gap right here. So even more confluence to the downside. Generated liquidity to the left of us, right? So swing wise, this would be a great opportunity, right? Coming into that 50 level on the fib, you know. Realistically though, we would have taken a short at the 50 level, right? So we wouldn't have waited. So if we were a day earlier, this would have been perfect entry. And we'd come down and scope down. You can see what's going on the 4 hour here. So again, macro change of state. Call this what it is, daily fair value. Holy fuck, those big letters. 12. Cool. Right, and then if we draw that daily fib, coming right down, it's perfect entry. We have some generated sell side, and then we also have an internal model playing out right here. Right, so when we line up four-hour buy side, so when we line up internal bias with an external, so like say 4 hour to being our internal, and then 1 day being our external, if we can get confluences that align, that would be high probability. All right, so 4 hours looking bearish, right? And we can align that with our bearish confluence from the daily. And then, all right, well, first of all, we're bearish on the 4 hour because of this internal market maker model coming to a pivot point, right? So we have some form of internal liquidity, but to be taken into this daily fair value gap and this daily fib level, put 2 and 2 together, right? Go into the hourly for a better, closer look. Yeah, generated sell side everywhere we look. We've left an Asia low, so more. Sell side currently through Asia right now. It's London Open. Keep in mind too, these are all great intraday trades. Right, if you were to trade something through this 4-hour model, and then also through this manipulation leg that's about to happen in New York, these would be great trades, right? Because if we go on a 15-minute, what we have here is, look at this. We have a change of state, a 15-minute change of state. Coming back into an hourly fair value gap. What could potentially be manipulation, I'm not too sure, because I don't have NQ pulled up, but it's a fucking ugly color in the background, man. You see that? Fucking disgusting. Anyway, 9:45, so New York Open. Again, this is our target. Enter swings. Right, but then again, a long at this level, if you're day trading, would be totally acceptable, right? Enter in the fair value gap, target opposing liquidity should be this high, or even that 50 level would be good. And again, that fair value gap comes in. So I'll take a sell here. This is where we'll enter our swing position. Stop just above that 60 level. Yeah, I'm cheating a little bit because we saw the candle play out before rewinding, but just bear with me here. So now that we entered on the 15-minute, we can zoom out and watch this play out, right? And so you have to understand why we came to this level in the first place, this 50 level, right? And it was essentially set up right before we closed into Asia through yesterday's New York session, right? So this becomes the liquidity that fueled this move for institutions to enter short before we take all this opposing liquidity down here. Right. Then again, we begin to sell off. We can zoom out to the 4-hour just to not waste time clicking through. Alright. But essentially, like, low-hanging fruit would be this low right here. You could even argue, if you want to hold it, probably an extra day, depending on how badly we sell off or how hard we sell off. This daily level that we planned out earlier. Then again, we'll run through this. Coming to Asia now. And you can see we're starting to sell off as well through Asia. This is good. The real test will be what we do here. Just absolutely ran through it, right? So if we go back, we can, if you guys trade intraday, we can look to find some form of entry for you guys. Let's see what we get. The 5, 6, 7, 8. That 8, 7, 8. I think we just completely sell off all the way through. Let's see what 9 o'clock candle. Yeah, 15-minute. Okay, so if you guys trade intraday, 15-minute fair value gap. Why? Honestly, I think this is pretty telling. All right, we took some form of external liquidity, so this would be 4-hour sell side, and we failed to come back and take some form of opposing external. Right, so realistically there was probably a manipulation move that happened somewhere in here to take internal before we traded down into the external range. But anyway, we swung this position and the price target hit. Holy fuck. So keep going, keep looking for opportunities now. The reason I decided to swing this was because the setup was so good on the daily that it just made sense. You know, I made more from that trade than I would have made through trading this day and then this day intraday. So where are we at? 10. What is this? 14. 22, and then Asia. Okay. So just backtrack here before we go to the next day. Okay, so let's take a look at what happened. Massive dump. Now the likelihood we find another swing trade within this week is slim now, right? Because of where we are in the market. We took a daily level and we're rebalancing into a gap. So like our next draw would be here. And then the likelihood that we have some internal models play out becomes more probable now. And then the likelihood that I'll actually trade those models internally becomes more probable. So let me just check here for any gaps, any inefficiencies. Nothing really. We have one down here. But like, that'll be a couple days before we hit it, at least. So let me just get these daily levels drawn. Daily sell side. Okay. Sweet. So now that we got those levels, we can go back to the 4-hour and just cook. Move you out of the way now. Okay, let's get into it. 22 Asia. Okay. Now, context is everything in the market. Where we are contextually, the probability that we rebalance one of these becomes very likely in this scenario. I am transitioning into swing positions now. I find I get better confidence and conviction through swings. I mean, subpar day, to say the least. Right there, that was not too sure what we were looking at. Cool. Asia, we have a double top in Asia. For me personally, it's been trade less, observe more. This is helping me preserve capital when I trade real time. The live account to this new day. I think now we're finally setting up to sell off. Again, their fib level here. So price like right there. And ideally, six, 7. Expect us to manipulate through this high before we sell off. 8. There it is. We could have definitely found an entry here. What is this? This is a lot of lines. Let's take that away for you guys. 8:15. Sorry, 8:45. 9. 15. 30. Boom. Interesting. Interesting. So what we have here is this internal model playout. I think this was my entry for a swing trade. So let's do this here. I can zoom out. Put it down here. I was about to say. Tough. This internal model played out. It's the candle I was looking for right there. Boom. Just so you guys, the whole thing with swing trading, I'm finding patience. And the reason the reason I'm going through this and trading like this is to combat my impulsive nature when I trade too much. So realistically, swing trading, the way I do it, gives me a setup like once every week, maybe twice if I'm lucky. Whereas intraday, I tend to blow a ton of capital just chasing stuff I miss or being wrong on my bias. So swing trading allows me to zoom out, see the bigger picture, and capture bigger moves, I guess. Less stressful. But yeah, anyway, hopefully you guys got something out of those two examples. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.